Some time ago, I wrote a LinkedIn post and got lucky. It blew up and got me close to 1000 new followers. Everything I said right now is a fact, except I didn't get lucky. It was all planned. For the most part, virality isn't luck. It's a combination of luck and skill. And the skill is human psychology. So yes, virality can be learned. And while it's the same for every platform, today we are going to talk about LinkedIn specifically. Writing the perfect LinkedIn post can be broken down into three main parts. First is to grab attention. Second is to retain it, and third is to get people to engage with your post. And hence, you have the recipe to write the perfect post or make the perfect video, because the logic remains same even if the platform changes. It's all still about reverse engineering human psychology. Social media is crowded these days, and with every platform adopting an infinite scrolling feed, people are flooded with content trying to capture their attention for as long as possible. Since it takes 2 to 5 minutes for someone to read an entire post, it's a huge time investment. So, before someone decides to invest 5 minutes of their precious time, you have to convince them why it's a good idea to do so. The bad news is you've got only 3 lines and 1 picture to do this. So, on LinkedIn, before someone clicks the read more button on your post, they are shown the first 3 lines and a picture from your post. These 3 lines have to give the reader a motivation to read further and get them to click read more. If they don't, doesn't matter what you've written in the post, they're not going to read it. Well, this is known as a hook. It's something you use to hook your readers. Notice the hook I've written in our viral post. I spend more than 2690 minutes watching YouTube every week. Yes, I did the math. And below that is a picture of me watching YouTube in the library. First of all, having a real picture establishes authenticity, and the reader knows that there is a real person writing this. By the way, it's extremely important that the photo is relevant to the post in question. Then I included a specific number here. 2690. This is just a fancy way of saying that I watch YouTube close to 6 hours per day, which is true, but the reason I chose to write 2690 is that it's oddly specific, which again, people perceive more authentic than something like 2000 or 3000 because of that detail and precision. The next interesting thing here is the use of I. The whole thing is connected to a story as soon as a personal pronoun enters. It's no longer just a fact now, it's a story, and people want to hear stories, not facts. This line, yes, I did the math, just reinforces what I said here, and again, it's not any arbitrary number, it's an authentic number. It's real. The last thing here is this third line. Then I feel bad about wasting so much time. Now this is something people can relate to. It has a feeling of familiarity that gets them to click on the read more button. Apart from this, there are some minor things like the headline below your name or your profile picture, but it doesn't make a major difference. Step 2, after you've got them to click the read more button, is to make them read the whole post. And they'll read it only if they find it interesting. This can be achieved in a few different ways. Like here, I say 8 YouTubers that will teach you so much about life and entrepreneurship, and then go on mentioning them with a simple 1-line description. There are a few things to keep in mind here. First is to write everything in a particular format to maintain hierarchy. Break down your information into headings and bullet points. That way, it's much easier to grasp that information. You can also use relevant emojis. They look cute and impart a bit of personality to your post. Anyway, here I've just thrown a bunch of information at the readers. Although it isn't ideal, it works because of the structured format. The only case in which you would not write in this bullet point format is if you are writing in a story format. We'll talk about that later. Whichever way you choose to write your post, it's important that everything is connected and makes sense together. You can add some jokes or a little irrelevant things to slightly interrupt and refresh the flow. Keep it unpredictable but not irritating. Your goal is to make people read till the end. But that's not the end of our story. After they've read it, you have to make sure they engage with the post. It's a very powerful indicator for LinkedIn and something for you to keep an eye on. The more people are interacting with your post, it sends a huge positive signal to LinkedIn that other people with similar interests might also want to engage with it. To be honest, if you've got people to read your entire post and then you don't put enough care into letting them engage, you are doing injustice to the efforts that you put in the earlier steps. Honestly, people are lazy and they won't interact with your post by themselves. You have to give them an excuse to interact. There are some creative ways that people try to get engagement, or you can try something like I've done here. Simply ask them to connect with or follow you. This could have been a little more convincing, but it's better than nothing. And that's how you craft a viral LinkedIn post. Well, actually, there are a few hacks that you can use to give a further boost to your post. Here's an example. If you notice carefully, the names of these channels are in blue, which means I've mentioned them in my post. Hence, they'll get a notification that, hey, someone mentioned you in a post. I've mentioned 7 people here, and I was hoping that some out of these will engage with my post. The thing with LinkedIn is that if you engage with a post, it will be shown to your followers as well. The people I've mentioned here have a following in thousands or even hundreds of thousands, which means if they interact with my post, it will be shown to their followers as well. Here's the trick summarized. You have to mention someone with a huge following online, and remember, it should be relevant, else they won't interact. And don't mention very popular people like Ankur Warikoo or Aman Gupta and expect a reaction or a comment from them, because it's pretty unlikely they'll do that. But you can mention someone, of course, if they're relevant and moderately popular online. Make it so that they would want to interact with the post. Either praise them, criticize them, share your opinion, or do something else that will make them want to engage with it. On my post, Think School and Ishan Bhaiya dropped a comment, which boosted the post reach massively. This is just one of the many hacks that you can use to catalyze your LinkedIn posts. There are a lot of other such hacks as well. Comment down below if you want me to make a video about those hacks. By the way, if you're interested further, you can check out this post by Omar, link in description, on how he gained 10,000 followers from a single post. It's a collection of 5 or 6 extremely useful LinkedIn hacks that you can use to blow up your next post. My co-founder Jeet got inspired by this and wrote a post which got crazy viral. So I can confirm it works well. That's all from my side today. If you got some value from this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more such amazing videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.